study. There's lots of things you can backtest and study that has nothing to do with going into the market and supposedly doing an entry pattern. The entry is the least important thing. In your notes, right now for today, January 10th, 2023, write this out in bold letters. The entry technique is the least important factor in consistently profitable trading. Underline it, highlight it. Every single day that you go into your studies, you open your study up with that, you say that like a motto. That's your mantra. The entry pattern is the least significant factor in consistently profitable trading. It doesn't feel like that would be true, is it? It's like you all think, I gotta know how to get in because I gotta have a small stop loss. I gotta do 2 pips because everybody on fucking Instagram's doing 2 pip stop losses and they're getting 200 R, but they're still trading nano fucking lots 3 years into it. At some point, you gotta call bullshit, folks. At some point, there's gonna have to be someone that stands up and says, you know, this is a bunch of bullshit. Because if these young men could be doing 200 R trades and using 2 pip stop losses, let me tell you something. That's better than me. That's better than me. And they would have been picked up by now. Okay? Trust me, they would have been picked up, and there ain't nothing bullshit about that. There's nobody doing that. Nobody's doing that. But, you know, everybody believes whatever they want to believe. But once you see the real thing, everything else just feels like a waste of time. And it's a period of mourning you got to go through, because for me, I invested a lot of money in books and courses and mentoring through video and VHS tapes and shit. And I believed every single one of these individuals were sincere individuals that were telling me the truth, and they're all fucking liars. They're all liars. They're all selling shit because they didn't make money trading. That's interesting. I was not charging for a long time. Then I did charge because I was pissed off when people were selling my free stuff. And then to prove that I don't have to do that, I stopped selling. And now I'm teaching more fever pitched than anybody else out there, whether they're doing it for free or for money, because I love doing this. This is how I did it before. On Baby Pips, every fucking night I was making a video. I was in the forums typing up all kinds of fucking essays because I love doing. I have so much in my head, I got to get it out. I have experiences, I have knowledge, I have wisdom. And if I die and I don't share it, I feel like it's wasted. So I'm like a fucking fire hose. How many times am I supposed to stop in this discussion? Right. And there's no ad revenue. We're just talking like close friends would. Old high school chums that, hey man, I ain't seen you in a while. What have you been doing yourself? Oh, I've been doing this. You want to learn how to do it? Oh yeah, show me how to do it. I wish there was a way we could all connect, you know, physically, shake hands and say, hey, but there's some, you know, distances that we're not going to be able to bridge. And we have to do it this way. And it's more efficient this way. And it feels for many of you like one-on-one, like I'm talking to you. When I have my sons and my daughter's face in my mind when I'm talking. And that's why it feels genuine, because I'm saying everything to them in this recording that would be said to them if they were here. Much like that movie with Michael Keaton, My Life, where he knew he had a terminal illness and he wanted to record all kinds of stuff, teaching his son, you know, because he wouldn't be there. You know, I treated my videos like that for my kids. Not that I'm terminal, because I mean, obviously I was sick today. I thought I was dying. It sucked, but I feel much, much better now. But I wish there was a way for us to have a better experience together. I've had folks reach out to me and say, hey, look, you know, I want to do an event with you. Everything's funded by us. it would be for profit, and we would pay you for your engagement. I just don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. Because number one, I'm probably not going to feel good about the experience doing it. Two, the only thing I want to sell in the future is the book. That's it. I don't want to do mentorships, and I don't want the books to be terribly expensive. I want them to be obtainable for all of you. And I want you to know the things that I want you to know. And you'll have it. It's like a testimony to everything that I've gone through, what I've learned, what I wish I would have done differently as a mentor, and what I've learned as a mentor, as well as real order block theory. What is this thing that is my order block? Because what you think you know about it isn't it. It's just the initial introduction to it. And there's so many things that you don't know about it that a very big book will be the only way I can communicate. And the wonderful thing is anybody that hasn't gone through the videos that I've done on YouTube and mentorship core content, the book won't work for them either. Everything I've ever done has been calculated and planned and intended to make sure the weak don't get it. The lazy, the shortcutters, they're not going to get it. But to appease everyone, and also to clear my guilty conscience about making it hard for most people, I'm going to do what I'm going to do this year to make sure you see it real, live, right there in front of you. And while there is a small delay, and it may be a little bit bigger of a delay for other people in different parts of the world, between what I say and what's on my chart on the YouTube live stream, and when you see it on your chart, there's a small little delay in that. If we're looking at 1 minute charts, that might be a major impact between what I'm calling and talking about and before your chart shows it in the relay from whatever I've done said in the live stream. It's got to travel all around the internet to get to your computer or your device. Then you're watching and listening to me live. So that delay, you need to be able to compensate for that by having your own real-time data with E-mini S&P and E-mini NASDAQ. If you don't have that, that's going to be a disadvantage for you. And I know some of you are trying not to spend money, but if you're trying not to spend money, but you think you're going to make money in trading, you are already setting yourself up for failure. You're going to have to avail yourself of certain resources. And unfortunately, data is essential. Like you can't rely on like Forex. Okay, Forex is free. It's free data. It's great. But if you're trading a market that's highly precise like this, like you could never pull off. And this is why I've never done. And this is why I've always challenged everybody that say they use 1 pip and 2 pip stop losses in Forex and they do it every single trade and it never gets stopped out. I said, just show me 1 month of doing it. They've never done it. They've never done that. You can't do those tight stop losses in Forex because the brokers that you're in, they have their own internal house of liquidity and you're in it. And then they reach out and they get you because you're in order. It's going to trade right to your price. In the futures market, everybody has the same price. See the difference there? Everybody has the same price. So if you're going to be trading in a professional market setting, you want to be in what? That one. And that means you're going to have to pay a little bit of money to get that feed of real-time data. And it's such an insignificant amount of money. So I know a lot of you are in impoverished nations and you're trying to learn this so you can do better things and climb your way out of that. And that's commendable. And I have students who have done that. But if I'm not in Forex and my attention is in this market, you're going to have to adapt, knowing that what I'm doing in this one will work for you in Forex too. I'm just not going to be in Forex. I'm not going to do that. I will tell you my bias. When it's there, I don't have a bias. I didn't share it last night. I just reviewed. Look, we gave you levels, and it traded to them, and dollar did exactly what we were expecting. And how did I use that information? If the dollar was dropping, that means the S&P can go higher. It's a teeter-totter effect. One up, other one down. Risk on, risk off. There's going to be times when you see us doing live streams, and I'll explain how when the dollar is going to be going up and the S&P will be going up too. Well, what do you do with that? I'll explain all that at a time, because it's all short-term in nature. And that break in the correlation is significant when it's there, much like an S&P divergence. But talking about it conceptually without having it being right there in front of you, it doesn't have the same impact of saying, now watch this 1 minute candle right here. It should not go above this candle's high, and it's going to go to that candle right down there. And you're all watching on the same 1 minute chart. And then it happens. And then you're going to be like, what the hell did I just see? And you're going to think about all that shit you read in books